As we move into our money match here for DFN number 16 North America, it is a clash of titans. The first team to take down Hydrogenation of Melee Creeps takes on their scrim partner, a Big Imbrolic. They showed some good signs when it came to our challenger match, but the mini match is what it's all about here. Could Big Imbrolic become the kings of NA? Well, let's find out. Lash has become a hotly contested pick this week in DFN, with Melee Creeps locking it in for low main. BNB, however, used their first pick to get Gibbs back on Viscous. 8 minutes in and no Guardians taken as both teams meet in the jungle on the right-hand side.
Heavy though, because the players are coming in from the right side lane as well. Big fight about to brew. Cold front got to be used and Papa stays on the periphery as AVG is the first casualty in that fight. Big Imbrolic succeeding. When push comes to shove in these proper engagements, Sire taken down and low main also.
Ido might have won the battle against AVG, but BNB lose the war as Melee Creeps rotate in and get their first flex slot. Point here when we get those flex slots unlocked, and Ido just goes ham directly up against AVG, 400 HP, trying to stay out of range of that soul exchange, and he does keep his distance, and AVG might be going down. He's on low HP. He finally falls to Ido. The cube comes through as well to block out the combat of Cool Cheese, and Big Imbrolic are looking big.
I was going to say, there's no way Idorian gets away from that. Axe does eventually at least turn that into a trade, but
Melee Creeps were able to defend the earned turn-in and secure that for themselves, but Yams commits for the first walker take of the game, getting BNB another flex slot.
Again, this Bebop who really just hasn't been able to find a ton of value. There's been a decent shutdown, I think, on the Death Slam, but when it comes to securing kills in lane, it wasn't quite there for Yams. They do at least get a walker.
Coming into the next urn, and BNB once again used the urn as a way to take objectives, putting pressure on the mid lane base guardians and the right lane walker.
Either way, a lot of fighting over that urn turning location once more. Poppers. Shadow transformation time. Want to try and shade. What a connection! Look at that rage. Oh, God. Sire gets caught out here. Spirit Snare, though, does make it a little bit hard for Yamato to get to the intended target. And Piercon has gone down. Another Guardian, though, for Melee Creeps has fallen. Low main, though, has an opportunity to burst this Yamato down. And finally, Poppers' reign of terror comes to an end. Urn now. Another one for Melee Creeps might have just been scooped up. And Cool Cheese turns it in.
Even being behind two walkers, Melee Creeps sit with the soul lead. Both teams are forced to fight on opposite sides of the map. Instead of TPing over to help out, Gibbs and Yams decide to take another walker. Fights all on the left-hand side of the map.
What is happening here, Big Imbrolic? Happy to take a fight like this, I'm sure. Pierre doesn't quite get away. Cool Cheese out of nowhere. And Gams is going to be able to bring them down. Very, very messy stuff. A 2-for-3 trade overall, though. That urn, of course, has grown feet of its own and is heading back to its initial location. Return to Shadows used here to try and chase down Poshy Pop, who is fed, but clearly not ready to show what they've been working on in the hyperbolic time chamber. It's going to be Fish Cake to fall here, leave a bit of a bag. Leave Big Imbrolic with 3 players across the map, and now this pressure on the Walker will allow them to snap that up too, leaving only one standing for Melee Creeps.
Third earner of the game for Melee Creeps as they look to push down their first walker of the game, and yet again, BNB respond with a push on the left lane. Of the game for Melee Creeps, which is one of the reasons why they're able to get such a lead, albeit only about 7k at the moment, but this walker, you have to imagine, will be going down here. A great little dive in at a low main to get Yams extremely low on health, and he just has a hard time tracking him down. Poshpop gets the kill, and they're going to continue to push through.
Transformation now for Poppers. Has to be a big moment for this Yamato. There's just too much pressure to deal with.
What starts off looking bad for Melee Creeps turns good, picking up a 3-for-2 trade and rejuve.
Before you get sort of jumped on. But geez, the gun damage from... My God, Yams is actually hitting mega hard with that laser. They're getting in trouble here, though, but it looks like, yeah, Lomane does not want to commit to that fight at all. Sire just gets taken for nothing. Lomane ends up getting chased down. Idorian, though, will be traded out. That's Poshy Pop, of course, still looking pretty scary on the Wraith. Fish Cake getting comboed here, and surprising how quickly they pop, despite how much souls they've invested in their resilience. And there'll be a cut off here. Pinch now over towards the middle part of the map. Fish Cake going very, very low. AVG has to respect the fact that there's a gigantic Yamato being dangled in their face, but Poppers doesn't have Shadow Transformation available, Jason. It was forced out earlier by the Lash Dive.
Yeah, they can't fight this. They don't have damage. I mean, Poshy Pop on the Wraith, 33k is just going to be wiping the floor with them completely. This could potentially open up a mid-boss here if Poshy Pop can stay alive. It gets knocked perfectly into the shop. Says thank you to Yams. With the rejuve, Melee Creeps were able to take the last 2 walkers of the game and extend their lead to 20k. With rejuve now gone, a massive fight breaks out in the right lane.
This damage, oh God, it's pretty scary coming the other way though. Shadow Transformation used in quite the hurry by Poppers as they realize just how fed Poshy Pop is at 41k. What a catch. That is stunning stuff. Shadow Transformation again. Of course, that refresher allows you to go once more. Sire low, trying to get away from this Yamato. Poppers does not want to give up. Chasing the geriatric archer. and gets comboed on their way through. There are layers upon layers upon layers of defensive architecture here for Sire. Rolling 40 deep out there in the Cursed Apple. But AVG does go down. Magic Carpet time. Big fan of that, as Axe is the subject of Gibbs' scrutiny. A drawn-out fight to be sure over on this lane, but Yams has gone down. That disruption mid-fight now no longer available. Without peer content, you've lost your sustained damage as well. This is going from bad to worse now. I do Fishcake and Gibbs. None of them really have huge amounts of damage to output, but they can chase down some of these low targets still. And they get 2 of them. Melee creeps down to 3. A bona fide 3 versus 3 here. Return to Shadows is going to be used now. Cool Cheese in a 1 versus 3. It's getting a bit scary. Warpstone out now, and there's some reinforcements at least. Some melee creeps. Axe is close by. Has the ability to heal up, or at least get that Watcher's Covenant in play for more sustain. Stone are going to be thrown down, but a Return to Shadows used there by Fishcake, put there low. Idorian's seen better days, and Poshy Pop returns to the fight. Gibbs absolutely nuked. Poshy Pop getting amongst it now, but has to retreat to the high ground for a time. Big and Brolic have Fishcake very low, and Idorian gets ripped to shreds.
Being 37 minutes in, and with 2 kills, B&B go for mid-boss, but melee creeps don't want it to go for free. I heard a combo.
Okay, there's a combo going off. You're right. I heard that. Poshy Pop gets rid of Poppers here. Oh, jumping in with the slam. Rejuvenator up for grabs here. Peer content's going to be able to sneak it away. But what will the cost be in this fight for Big and Brolic? They lost 2 already. Obviously, we'll be respawning quickly in theory. It's going to be Poshy now in trouble. Under pressure from Gibbs. Able to get away. Melee creeps unsuccessful. But they trade a 2 for 1 there. Oh, now it's even. 70 seconds on Sire. Ethereal Shift has to be used by Poshy Pop, but you feel like their goose is close to cook. They've got a TP away, and Gibbs gets a little bit of extra damage. Melee creeps might have fumbled the bag here, folks.
Cool Cheese gets baited in by Yems, making him think he was alone, and B&B get 1 step closer to taking the first match.
In fairness, we see Poshy Pop get 2 kills earlier. That's probably the best you could hope for in that situation. Cool Cheese, that's a little bit dangerous. Big and Brolic do see an opportunity to collapse in here, and the static charge hits the stun. No chance to get away for Cool Cheese. No burrowing back to safety, but it's traded out. Peer content does go down. Return of Shadows for Fishcake coming forward, though, and they are awfully fed. As Calico might just be past the tipping point. Axe is down. Melee creeps again down to 4. Somehow they got Poshy Pop out for the time being. Oh, but Fishcake chases him down. Surely this is it. Big and Brolic hitting him where it hurts. What is there for Lomane to do here? Fishcake is too tanky to bring down, but Lomane was able to find 2 kills on the backside of that. It's just them and Sire. Sire comes in with the owl, opens it up. Poppers actually goes down to that ability. And Lomane can walk away.
With their 6 earned turn-in and the base all destroyed, melee creeps look to go on the offensive.
Zone forward. Here's a death slam now. Lomane says, no, we are fighting here. Bam! Instantly. The explosion of scrap metal. As they managed to pick off the Bebop. Peer content also falling. Big and Brolic there was circling like vultures, or at least actually just trying to jockey backwards. But melee creeps find a perfect opening, and it's Lomane.
With melee creeps locked in and ready to take the base of Big and Brolic, the call was made for the backdoor, and Ido, Gibbs, Poppers, and Fishcake boosted down the right lane for the win.
Mid-boss time, surely. It's got to be Yams and Peer content down.
No, they're all shoving the right-hand lane. They're like, forget this. If melee creeps push our base right now, we're going to lose. We have to make some sort of play. And they're going straight to the Patron. Ido's leading the charge. The Patron has fallen here, Mitch.
They can't bear back in time. Only the one melee creeps player can actually get to the base, and Big and Brolic out of absolutely nowhere have stolen away the game. Hitting him where it hurts, just as melee creeps look like they were going to take mid-boss or maybe even more. Big and Brolic see the golden opportunity to end the game here and now.
After a ridiculous finish in the first match of the series, we are treated once again to MC lock it in Lash and B&B grabbing Viscous. The Yamato picks, though, have gone quite hard in DFN this week. A relatively quiet early game turns into pushes in all 3 lanes at once, with B&B coming out with the first Guardian of the game.
Trying to finish it off. Sire falls yet again. Idorian goes in. Looking pretty clean on that Yamato. Gibbs going to tank that Guardian for the time being, and Cool Cheese has no business being where they are right now. Not at all.
Not sure if he caught it, but a great owl from Poppers. With all 3 Guardians taken, B&B look to run the urn, and instead, they find a fight.
Part of the map. Here, though, we have a throwdown. It's getting a little bit awkward now as Lomane wants to drop to the low ground. It was Yams that got caught out. They're very, very low. Divine Barrier going to be popped here. Alk Fire needs to be cleared. And Big and Brolic get away from that nasty area of effect. Death Slam time, though. Yams caught as well as Peer content. And where is the cavalry for Big and Brolic? There it is. Peer content's able to find Lomane at least for now in 1 versus 2. Stunned up. 13 seconds away from a frozen shelter. Trying to juke here on the rope and able to dash through. Sire's gone down. And somehow Peer Content has got away with the heist of the century.
Big and Brolic with the urn try to back away from a 5-man squad from melee creeps.
Move up here. And there's going to be a combo connecting onto Poppers. Frozen Shelter will answer it. Cool Cheese. Oh no. Overextended. Melee creeps looking for opportunities where maybe they are not. But a Guardian will be taken down once more.
After getting a pick on Saya, Big and Brolic do the bold move of taking mid boss while Fishcake distracts in the left lane. Left lane, which is drawing 4 players over towards him. He's probably going to die for this. But this is going to be a free mid boss. Low main.
Exchange.
Death Slam's going to be coming through.
Fishcake the goat?
He does something too early.
Yeah, Death Slam came in. Ow! Fishcake gets caught out. Stun comes in. Rejuve picked up by Big and Brolic.
Melee creeps commit to the push on the left walker, getting their second flex slot. But B&B get the return kills and the urn turn in. Trying to defend against us. 2 more players to deal with here. The walker's so low in HP.
I mean, Axe is out of there. It's gone. Completely left AVG alone. Walker, though, picked up here. So melee creeps do get something for this. And AVG's kind of hitting pretty hard. Actually wants to fight this. I respect it. I think that's a little... I'm just realizing you're far too deep in enemy territory there, which is the more likely outcome. So, Big and Brolic now need to take this rejuve buff and consider turning into some more objectives. Yams gets pushed on, though, and is in a 1 versus 2. Almost certainly going to be chased down now as the Kudzu bomb creates a field that snarls him up. Can there be a follow-up here from Ido? Poshy Pop blown up by that power slash. That is beautiful stuff. But you've got the Affliction on you right now. Shadow Form is active, but you still don't want to tangle with that pocket. Not before you have some of that debuff reduction. And here's Fishcake, though. Sees an opportunity to get involved. Ido did get caught out, but it's a walker picked up by Big and Brolic. Only 1 left for them to take here.
After pulling 4 people to the right lane by Ido, B&B try to grab the mid lane walker.
Multi-scenario. Soul Exchange is the Storm Clouding 7, if I'm not mistaken. It will still be brought down. Okay. Oh, we call that a bird strike. Yep. Aircraft all around the world afraid of those.
And so is Poshy Pop now. And they're continuing to push through. Another kill, this time on Axe. Some ridiculous damage being done by Poppers now, especially with rapid recharge, getting these arrows up even quicker. The Walker down to half HP. They're going to pretty much secure this one, but Low Main's coming back in. He's got his Death Slam up. He's going to get here in time. Will he commit for it, though?
A Walker very low. Ethereal shift UC by Pops. We heard the Death Slam go off as Low Main wanted to get back in the fight as quickly as they possibly could. Decent hit there. My God, the chunk damage onto AVG. Cube used here. Idorian safe for the time being. Should be able to dodge out of this one now. Some of these respawns are coming back in. Poshy Pop's back in the game. Hyper Beam coming out. Ido has to avoid this. Shadow Transformation going to be popped as the Enchanter's Cloak comes whistling past. And we are behind the base bosses, folks. What a power slash from Idorian. Saya gets a free haircut. God knows Pocket needs one. And Ido casually walks away, parrying off those Guardians. And those base bosses are donezo.
Taking his time to make sure to find exactly where Saya went so he can land that last power slash. And he's going to be committed for more. Low Main, he's going to be low at HP. And Ido is just going ham here. He doesn't have Refresher, but he does have the backbone of his team. And Low Main's going to fall. This is all going horribly for melee creeps.
And this is going to turn into a significant soul lead. And this is a fight that's happening without Rejuve. And Big and Brolic haven't lost a single player. What a connection. Axe going to fall. Poshy Pop slashed down by Ido. And it's Cool Cheese and AVG, the last 2 left. This means Shrines. This means a patron knock.
As Yams gets a pick on Low Main, B&B turn their attention to mid-boss, where melee creeps have to contest. The newcomers are Big and Brolic.
Yeah, I get it, Jason. They have got to fight for it. Saya, watch out for that power slash here. I think you've about to see Idorian get unleashed on him with all of that extra souls. Saya down. Peer Content traded out, though, of course. We'll see Frozen Shelter. Poshy Pop scary. Power slash, though. A lot of poke there from that low ground to be able to go upstairs. Now melee creeps down to 3 players. Axe, Cool Cheese, very low. AVG really has got nothing to do here except take the scalp of Poppers, apparently. 3 players left here for Big and Brolic. Mid-boss all but abandoned for now. And Low Main coming back off a zipline boost just to make sure nothing untoward happens on his.
Oh, it was death again.
Yeah, they got the Death Slam off this time. Perhaps Curse is on cooldown. Slowing Hex, though, was still thrown in. And there goes Low Main. He will be remembered.
And Mitch, that's it. They're going to go for the finish. GG's already being called out here. And Big and Brolic, in their first appearance under this new team with the new player of Poppers, are going to take the victory. What a turnaround in North America. Man, they've got some real competition here.
No doubt about it. It's great to see a scene with such depth, such rippling biceps, incredible front double bicep, lat spread, big, and Brolic stay hard all the way through. This best of 3, claiming a 2-0 win and $1,000 thanks to our friends over at Intel. Congratulations, Big and Brolic.
Definitely one of the most intense series we've had in Deadlock Fight Night, with the first match going to a base race and the second match going down to Ido and Poppers really carrying themselves through. And we finally do have a 3-horse race in North America. We have Hydra Nation, Melee Creeps, and Big and Brolic, who could all be taking that title on any given week. Thank you again for tuning in to the recap here. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to Locked In.